Hello everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to make Photobash clothing for Roblox for your group to make some sales if that's what you're into. So what you want to do is head over to any website that's got t-shirts on them, Pinterest, anything. I'll leave this one in the description, it's called Crailed, it's where I get mine from. What you want to do is, so you just want to scroll through until you find a t-shirt that you like. So I like the look of let's go for this one. So what I like to do is, no, we're not actually gonna go for this one because if you take a look down here, there's no back, and I just prefer it if I can find one with a back. So let's choose. Does this one have a front and back? No, it does not. Don't believe it does anyway. Okay, so we're gonna keep looking. How about this Ford one? Okay, it doesn't. However, you see how it's so simple and there's not many creases in it. We are actually going to use this. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to this and we're going to cut the background out. So I'll see you guys when I'm doing that. Alright, so we've got the background removed off this. I'll leave the link to this website in the description too. It's the one I use the most for removing backgrounds. It's very good, very clean. As you can see, there's not much. I don't think there's any edges that have been cut off or includes background color. So once you've got that, you're going to press download in the top right, I forgot to mention, and then you want to go to your files, and once it's downloaded you want to just click go to your file explorer and just drag the image into your photo editor. Once you've done that, you can you just want to grab the select tool and just grab the main part of the t-shirt, just like so, including the thing. You want to be kind of selective with this, but it doesn't matter too much. Copy. If copy's not working, yeah, you need to rasterize the image layer, but it should be working. So back to your template now. I'm gonna copy it in and just resize it down. Drag it underneath the background image and just keep dragging it down until it fits. Can actually a little bit more. Now I'm gonna go in like this and adjust it manually instead of just letting it do its own thing. Oops. Alright, okay, that's good enough for me. So once you've got this, it may look a bit weird, but remember it'll be inside Roblox, so it'll be pretty small. It'll be on your avatar's chest, so it's not too much of an issue if it's like this, but if it's really pixelated, that's when you want to maybe pick a different t-shirt. Once you've got that, the next thing you want to do is head back to the thing. Once again, you're going to want to just grab a selection. This is going to be for the side, so take a different part of the shirt, not the main bit. Copy it over, just like this. Once again, drag it underneath, like so. I believe that needs to be a tiny bit bigger. Okay, no, I'm actually not happy with these. I need to go up a little bit. So that one there. That one there. Okay, good. Copy this. Paste this. Drag it over on the same axis. Then what I like to do is to make it a bit different. I like to flip it 180 degrees. So as you can see, the texture is slightly different. To create some variation in it, you can also use the clone tool. I'm actually gonna do this myself. So I'm gonna press on this one, get a bit of a different color. I'm gonna go just paint it. As you can see, it's a bit different. You can also change the size of your brush to become more precise and the softness of it too. You can see it just makes it a bit different, you know, some variation in it. Nothing too major, but it can make your shirt look nice, and it's also good for I'll show you guys in a minute. For doing like fine tuning details, if you want to call it that, which I am doing here just to make it look less strange, I suppose. Okay, so I'm gonna just quickly get rid of this here, like this. I think this should work. Yeah, it does. Okay, great. Now what we're gonna want to do is grab the back. So to do that, you want to go back to this clone tool. In fact, get rid of that. Go back to the clone tool on your t-shirt image. You want to just left click, and now you set your source. You can just go over this, and as you can see, it's clearing out. I want a bigger scale, so I'm going to up my brush. Make sure you're choosing different places for your, like, for this part of your shirt, or it doesn't look that great there. If you want to see, you just want to make it look as natural as possible. You know, you don't want too much. You don't want it to look weird. So I'm just going to go in here and just keep on painting over. It's a bit different, so no, we're not going to do that actually. There you go. Just going to keep on doing this. I'm going to speed this up for you guys so you don't have to watch. Alright, this looks very terrible. However, for the video's purposes, I'm just going to leave it like this as it's a demonstration. This is not ideal, this how this looks, but it's just because I've taken the paint from down here and moved it up, and it doesn't look the greatest with the light. You can, if this happens, you can just retry, or you can just find a different shirt, or I don't know, you could just, the options are unlimited. Just use your imagination for this, but I'm just going to keep this in. We're going to try use the cleanest part of this though. So back to your select tool, angle select. I'm going to go for about, I'm going to go for about here to here. Copy, and then, oh, that's the wrong template. Paste it in. Alright, as you can see. Okay, great. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to merge these down all into the same thing because I'm happy with where they are. And now I can go back to this tool right here. And I'm just going to create some variation in everything, you know, so it doesn't look so the same, should I say? Yeah, the same. So I'm just going to go in here, create some variation for everything so it doesn't look too similar. Some creases here and there. Kind of making the resolution look all the same too, because if you noticed before, these were very blurry, this was very clear. That's just because the size and the ratio of the things are different. So we have that done. Great, okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this image and I'm going to select this area of the shirt. This is our collar. Back to the basic template, paste this in. Just going to move this up, scale it down quite a bit till it's, you know, it matches the shirt, should I say. We're gonna want it like stretch out a bit. Okay, great. We have this now, which is good. So you wanna, you're aiming to get this collar in the right place for you to cut it out. So to do that, you want to make sure both images or things that you pasted in say image underneath them. If they don't, you just go up here, layer, and then rasterize layer. But that's okay. So we want to go to marquee, select. I'm going to use the ellipse, and I'm just going to go in and just. Looks pretty good to me. See, as you see, it's one image layer, so we need to do it separately. Okay, great. You can see your shirt. Now I'm actually gonna do something a little bit weird, should I say? Yeah, a little bit weird. Where's the tool I'm looking for? Here it is. I'm gonna change the size of this erase tool down a bit, and I'm just gonna go in and just clear this out, all but like the curved bit, and then once I'm there, I'm actually going to get back to this. I'm just going to take bits of it. Oh, that's the wrong select. I'm going to take bits. Oh, here. See if this is big enough for where the resolution is okay on it. It's okay. It is the back, so I'm not going to stress too much. And this is just a demonstration. I'm going to merge these two down, and I'm going to paint to make it look different. So here we go. Sorry. No, actually, need to add this. Yeah, okay, good. Then we need to grab. Where is it? Oh, we're still on. Okay, we're bad. Size this down. Just gonna make it look a bit similar in areas. I'm gonna actually size up too. Don't want it to look identical. That's an issue. It is just the back of the shirt. Well, head piece of the shirt, so this part doesn't need to be perfect, but if you can get it as good as you can, then that's better, obviously. So we've got that. We need to go back in here with this ellipse select. Once again, just clear this out. Alright. So that's the front of the shirt done. Does not look the best. If you're going to do Photobash it, you need to do better than this. This is just a demonstration of what you need to do. So now you want to go back to this, and you're gonna just want to take, I don't know, a piece of the arm, right? Okay, just grab a piece for the arms, scale it down. Scale it a bit. Okay, great. Okay, these are our arms. So I'm gonna, first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add here and then just get rid of about that. Okay, now I've done that. Head back over here, copy, paste. Gonna drag it along the same axes so it matches the other side. I want to check for any little errors that show the background. Looks like they don't here. I'm going to rotate this 180 degrees, variation. Gonna copy, paste, just drag over again. Drag, straight back over. Alright. I'm gonna, where is it? Layer. Where's the flip? Want to flip it? Invert? No. Oh no, okay. Paste, there we go. Layer. Okay, I'm not going to do that because I am a complete noob at this. I'm just going to flip it like this. Okay, so it's 90 degrees. Scale down these sides. Scale up these sides. Alright, good. However, no, I'm not going to do that because it looks really bad. Just going to flip once again. We're going to make this different in a minute. That's what I'll do. Move over here. Right, good. Alright, perfect. So now we've got these. We're gonna just rotate some of them. Some variation. Oops. Alright. Now we need to do this bit up here. So for that, we're gonna take a piece out of this again. So back into the select tool. Just grab like a square shape, whatever. It needs to be perfect, but it needs to be slightly accurate. We're gonna put it below the background. Scale it down actually. I think that's pretty good. Alright. Make with that. Make sure it doesn't it's over the lines. And then boom. I'm just gonna flip this. Alright. Now that you've got all of these, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna merge them down. So everything is one object. Like this. Be good. Alright, now is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. Make sure you don't get anything you don't want. Or in fact, I do want this and this to be merged. I'll show you why now. We go to the stamp. We go here. We go to this, some of this. Alright. You can see it allows us to get a bit of different variation from up here too. Which, you know, is a good thing. So just make some of this look different to itself. So it doesn't look all identical. And then you can leave it there, or you can follow some extra steps to make your Photobash look better. This is a terrible one, don't. Okay, let's just redo. There we go. Okay, that was kind of scary. I just cut the thing out. I had it selected, but it's okay. As I was saying, there is some extra steps that you can do. I'm on the wrong thing here. To make your Photobash look better. This is a terrible one. I only did this way because I wanted to get this video out and just show people the basic principles of Photobashing. This is not something I'd upload because I don't believe it's up to standard, but I'll stop yapping now and I've done this. So you now need to go in and check that everything lines up. So you don't want any gaps to where you can see this part in your clothing, which down here doesn't look like there is, but there might be in a minute after I do this. Next step, take a look up here. I'm looking okay. Okay, all out there's looking fine. This too, I'm going to merge this down once again. And then we're going to go into, we're going to drag, we're going to drag a shading over this. I'm going to go with this one, add current. Okay, I can't see it, where is it? Just drag it, make sure it fits. Alright. I'm gonna actually add another one in. So copy this layer, copy paste. Turn the opacity down a bit. There we go. Looks much nicer. Come in here and merge these two with your select tool and on ellipse. I'm gonna clear the shading out of there. I'm gonna come down here. Rectangle select tool. And you just wanna clear this too. Okay, great. I'm gonna merge these two down now because I'm happy with that. And we're gonna do a little bit of liquefying. Liquefying will make the shirt look so not the same. So we're just gonna come in here and just, actually that's too small. Gonna lower the strength and up the size a bit, not that much. The problem with this is you have to be careful you don't drag anything out when you're doing this. And you want to make sure your sides match up. So you just want to come in here and just do a little bit of messing around. If it looks too bad at the end, you can always just go in and change it. Yeah. So don't stress too much. But you do this, you want to make it look right. I don't really care if this looks right or not because I'm not publishing it, but you need to. Alright. So we got that. I'm just gonna add a little bit of variation to the neck here, make it look a bit different. I don't really like how wavy this is. This looks too like complicated, but it's fine. And that is Photobash in 101. Now, once you've liquefied, you want to just come in and check that everything's still in the lines, which it is, and then you just want to save it as a PNG. So you come here, PNG, just name whatever you want. Photobash. That's okay. Boom. Also, a quick tip: if you wanna see your shirt before uploading it, you wanna come here, and then where is it? This one. You can see it on a Roblox avatar before you actually post it. I think it's pretty good. As you can see, it looks pretty crap, but it's not the worst. The neck's a bit off, but at least there's no black lines. As you can see, it's all smooth. Not my best, but you know, it's good enough for me. If you enjoyed, I'd appreciate if you'd press the like button and subscribe, because it's taken me quite a while to do. You know, I'm not a YouTuber at all. I don't do this, and commentating over while I'm doing it is a bit hard. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you want to learn how to make more different clothing, or you want some more assets, join the group that's also in the description. It's my clothing one. If you want anything there, you can just ask in the chat, or I'm going to set up a Discord soon and you can ask in there. So I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to see you.